What's
Oh, I don't know why I did that.
With that being said,
Sorry, I tried to do something else. My bad. My bad.
What
I didn't like the way your face was
Bruh,
getting covered by
you
the whisper name.
bro, you
Bro, it
can
was
keep
funny
that in. You gotta
because
keep that in
as
there,
soon
bro.
as you said that's just it, cut.
no, that timing was crazy.
Oh my god, that timing was wild, bro.
Oh,
Once
that was
again,
hilarious.
we will bring it back. So there's always something here. This round table, y'all. So I want to thank all of our viewers and listeners. And it's all good, D. We keeping that in there though. But I want to thank all of our viewers and listeners for being with us tonight. Thank all of you guys for coming out, man. Of course, we're gonna have another amazing episode like we always do. But it's gonna be a little different tonight, y'all. We are actually gonna have the Square Round Table's first mukbang. If nobody out there understands what a mukbang is, it's basically just eating food on being recorded. Basically, that's literally it. So we're gonna sit here, eat some food, have some good conversation, and just chill. So that's basically it, y'all. And we're gonna jump into it. And tonight, I have the double down KFC sandwich. It's basically like two pieces of chicken on top of each other with bacon and cheese and sauce in the middle, basically a fat dude's dream. So, like, we finna. Me, Josh, and Demetrius got us one. What you got over there, Marcus? What you finna eat, bro?
Out of the four of us, I'm a pescatarian, so it's hard. I gotta go searching here and there for something to match these guys. So I went to the Captain D's to get the classic big fish sandwich. It's gonna keep doing that, but either way, I got this sandwich because I've tried all the other fish sandwiches, and Popeyes don't have my.
That's true. They got chicken, so be out of luck.
Yeah, because Popeye. I don't see. Didn't they just get a fish sandwich, Marcus?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
but it's gone like that fast.
Oh, it's
they
literally
just got
gone.
it like
That's crazy.
They got
yeah,
a fish sandwich.
yeah.
Since
Yeah,
when?
yeah. They
It was
just did it. Like,
it was an Cajun fish and then a regular fish sandwich, and boy, it was the bomb.
I
know that chicken sandwich
fast
is crazy.
food for
I never
years.
tried
I
the
don't know
fish one.
nothing.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? That was the last time I ate chicken. I had that chicken sandwich. That was like right before I stopped eating chicken. That was like one of the last things I had was their chicken sandwich. So I did get to experience that.
At least you got the experience of the craziness. Niggas was beating each other up for one of them things. So I mean,
What's crazy, bro? We had got it before everybody had got hooked onto it because we was just we. Can I say this on here? We was baked like out of our minds. So we was trying to find food, and we went to Popeyes, and he was like, "Hey, bro, they got a chicken sandwich." I was like, "Man, that sounds good." Man, we ordered it. That's how you know the chicken sandwich was gone before we got back to the house. We were trying to turn around and get another one, but yeah. So.
Oh my god. Hey, that's what's up. I mean, and that's perfect for that because they be open at some weird hours. They be open till 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes. I'll be like, bruh, like, okay, so nah. But I remember me and Joshua were like addicted to that chicken sandwich the first time I got it. Joshua was like, bro, we got to get that every week.
We did. That
was like right before the pandemic, bro. We was
it really was.
Oh
yeah, that was crazy. Like we were eating all kind of stuff. Like we were getting Captain D's too. We were getting Captain D's, then Popeye chicken sandwiches. Like I don't even like. I saw a picture of myself like back then when I was eating all that stuff. I was like, yo, who is this?
Me too, bro. Same, bro. Same.
Like, boy, I had to lose all of that. Like I was going in.
Yes, I think we all were during that time, bro.
Oh yeah, man. Me and Josh would go get these like crazy burritos from what was it, Josh, from Burger King?
Man, don't even get me started on
so basically
burritos.
Y'all hate y'all stomachs because why in the hell y'all getting burritos from a place that make burgers?
No,
I know
it's like going to Taco Bell and getting a chicken sandwich, bro.
It really is.
I mean,
Like
No, you're
yeah.
right though.
it really is.
You're
Like
right though.
them breakfast burritos were like crazy because like they packed them with hash browns too, and it was like this special
Oh.
red sauce that they put in them.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know why
not
we
gonna
got
lie.
that every morning.
I'm not gonna lie, Chick-fil-A put me on to that breakfast burrito. They had the one with the chicken
See?
and the hash browns in it. And then like when I started eating chicken, I asked the lady, I was like, can y'all still do it without the chicken, but just like the hash browns and eggs? She was like, sure. And I was like, yes.
They'll do anything at Chick-fil-A.
Bro, I
like,
love
you-
Chick-fil-A, bro.
For real.
Yeah, they'll do. People at other restaurants be acting like you just talked about their mom or something. They just be like
They
I,
like, never. Hell no.
I don't be understanding, bro. But
Like I wouldn't dare, even though it's in the slogan, I can have it my way. I wouldn't dare go to a Burger King over here and ask them to take anything off my burger.
No, because
Nah,
you're gonna get a
uh-uh.
spit sandwich.
no, I'm telling you. Oh, like I've been wanting to try those Instagram and TikTok little videos and shit. Like when they have off the menu stuff. Like
Man,
they've been talking.
Oh, the
Not
secret
over here.
menu? The secret menu stuff?
Yeah, like the Waffle House secret menu sandwich. I want to try that
Yeah.
so bad, but I know my food is gonna end up on the ground.
Hell
when
yeah.
I ask for it.
Especially where we
Yeah.
live.
Bruh,
Mhm.
I don't even want to try it. Can I be like,
Is
can I
that
get that
bad?
secret menu?
Demetrius,
Yes.
do y'all even have Waffle House out there?
I think we do, but it's not in my town.
Oh,
I
okay.
think we have
Oh,
one.
you
Like
got-
I think we
okay.
have one or two maybe in California. I'm not too sure, but I
Yeah.
know that I ain't never seen one when I was in Stockton and the surrounding area. So
Y'all
and
got like
whenever I
Denny's and
talk about it, people look like
shit.
I'm crazy. They're like, "A what house?" I'm like, "A Waffle House." You don't know nothing about no Waffle House? They're like, "You mean IHOP?" I'm like, "Don't disrespect the
Okay, y'all
Waffle
got
House like that.
Okay.
Don't
Okay. I was about to
disrespect,
say,
hey, but
yeah.
don't disrespect Waffle House like
I'll
that
say,
though."
I just
Even
had some
though-
Waffle House the other night.
I will go on the record, y'all,
Yeah.
and say that, and I don't care who fights me or throws a bottle at me after I say this, but IHOP makes better omelets than
Oh no,
Waffle
that's
House.
facts. That's facts.
The
Okay.
omelets
Yeah.
That's
are
facts.
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
can't beat the
Yeah.
IHOP omelet.
Yeah,
bro.
See,
that's
I
facts.
almost are actually pretty good. I'm not gonna,
That's facts.
yeah.
Yes.
But
so what?
yeah.
So what do you have? Do you have a Denny's out there?
We got plenty of them. We got
Okay,
plenty
I knew
of them.
y'all because I knew I saw some. I knew y'all had some Denny's
Yeah,
out
we got
there.
plenty. We
yo.
got plenty of them. I kid you
Don't-
not. They got two in a different area. They
All them early bird
Mhm.
specials.
and shit. And then here's the crazy part. IHOP, if you order on if you order on, let's say, DoorDash or Uber Eats, they have this secret thing called the meltdown. And on paper, it looks like a different restaurant, but when you go to the actual site, it's just a Denny's.
Oh wow.
What?
Yeah,
Was
the
this a different
meltdown.
food though?
Hmm.
But here's the thing: the meltdown is like a combination of various different like locations, like Denny's like specials. So let's say there's one in a different state or whatever like that. They're special. They'll all sell those things at that one whatever
Oh.
location. So it's
That's
cool, but then like you realize you're just eating high Denny's food. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like they have this thing. They have this kind of like dessert option where it's like strawberries and then like icing, but it's smashed between two,
Like pancakes or something?
not pancakes, but that kind of marble cake.
Oh, I know what you're
It's
talking about.
smashed
Great
between
with-
that
That
thing
sounds
is
good.
smacked, dude.
I
I
was
got
about to say,
that.
that's
Oh man, I gotta get that every single time. That and like they make
with a
some
cup
good
of
melts
coffee,
and
man?
stuff.
man, that's the
Mhm.
recipe for the BGs, bro. You can be ready for the toilet after that.
Man.
Yeah.
Hey man, but it'd be good while you're in it, dude.
Heck yeah. Like I said, let me
It's
tell
true.
y'all, I've been struggling because I ain't had coffee in almost 2 months because Lent just came.
Yes.
Lent was coming,
Yeah.
and that's what I gave up. And bro, when I say I be like fiending for coffee,
Thugs out here, man. Ask me and
Yeah.
Joshua, we're coffee fanatics, man.
Yeah, you
Like,
guys,
Nah,
you guys
for
are
real,
like the royalty of coffee. You guys have your own company and stuff. You're like, make me
Yeah.
coffee,
I
and then
gotta-
just like a
I
whole
gotta have it.
machine that back here that does
Nah,
it.
like it's so bad. To make myself feel better about my copious coffee drinking, I looked up the health benefits to drinking.
bro,
like,
I did the same thing. I was like, okay, I don't feel bad anymore.
For real. They were just like, yeah, if you drink black coffee, good thing is I like black coffee anyway, but they were like, yeah, if you drink black coffee, it's good for your skin. and they were like, yeah, it's real good for your heart. And I was like, oh, okay, so I could feel like a whole lot better about drinking like 4 cups of black coffee.
But here's the thing, the amount though.
How's
You don't
the
have to
amount?
get the
Right.
amount. Because like you
It's
think it's
the
good for your
amount,
heart,
bro.
but like
Yeah.
how is it like coffee's supposed to pep you up and get you like listening? So how is that good for your
Not if you drink 4
just,
cups.
I guess
One,
it's the same way because dark chocolate's better for you than regular chocolate, but it's still chocolate.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
consume so
You know
much
what I'm
of
saying?
yeah.
Mm.
Anything is bad because they say what a cup of wine, a cup of red wine is good for you every now and again. But if you're drinking like a fish,
Maybe the amount of coffee
Mhm.
you drink, 4 cups, is probably not doing the best health benefit wise for you, as opposed to 1 cup every so
No.
often would.
Yeah. This was more like an exaggerated statement. I might drink 2 or 3 cups of black coffee, but they said your max should be like 4 or 5, if even. So I might drink 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But because
That's
like
not too bad.
It did say in some instances, coffee, if you drink it like twice a day or every week you have coffee 4 times out the week, it says it's actually not that bad for you because it
No,
serves
it's
its
not.
purpose for certain things. But they say you should be like an active person and you should do it like when you working or blah blah blah. It's like something that's keeping you busy while you're doing it. But
Yeah,
You can't just drink it and roll over and go to
I
sleep.
guess it's kind of it burns through you quicker. It's not there as long as if you're just sitting on your ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're just moving, it's like energy drink. Like the more you
No,
move,
it is.
the more you move and stuff like that, the more it works for you.
And see, the way I drink it is, I don't put any sugar in mine. I just use like the creamer with
The
some
creamer,
flavor.
same.
That way, I don't have all that sugar in there because I don't like a lot of
Yeah.
sugar anyway like that. So
yeah.
that's what I do with mine. But working in the industry, as far as like film and TV, coffee is your best friend, especially when
I
you
was
got
gonna
a
say,
call
coffee's a
time
must.
that's at 7 in the morning, but you gotta be there at 6:30. But go right to the crafty, make you a little cup of coffee, go back to your desk, go ahead, take a few drinks, and then don't let them bring in some donuts or something from one of them places that they be having on like Instagram and TikTok in the morning. Boy, pop one of them in the microwave, warm it up.
I already know. But you just don't want to. You just don't
Yeah.
want to eat enough to where you're sluggish. Because I remember eating at the office, and they bring all kind of ridiculous food, and it's only 2:30, so you got the rest of your shit to go.
Exactly.
That's a setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Setup.
Yeah, man. But I know we got off subject talking about coffee and all this other stuff.
Hey, it's all still on subject to food. It's a food podcast.
It's
a
food.
foodcast. It's foodcast today.
Totally.
So
totally.
ain't no wrong
Right, this is-
answers, right?
I am
You
ready
know?
to see what this sandwich is.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do it.
Nah,
Folks been
definitely.
saying it's
Yeah.
good. Folks been saying it's good, so I'm trying to see what the hype is.
Let's get it done. Let's
So
Man,
listen,
at this
everybody.
time, guys, let's try it out.
I'm wondering what y'all is gonna be like. I can't wait
Alright.
to hear it.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm
Look
gonna
at
show
Demetrius.
it.
Demetrius ain't playing no games with y'all.
Bro,
Already took a bite of it.
Demetrius,
No,
hey,
Demetrius
I didn't
didn't-
eat lunch because of
Yo,
this. Okay,
Demetrius didn't show the camera.
Nah, you
I
didn't.
did. I
Bro,
went like
look at the
this.
size
I
of
like
this.
that
though.
real quick. I went.
Yeah, nah, it looks crazy.
Look, in my
actually.
camera right now, you can see the whole thing. That's how big it is, man.
Bro, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
and it's so crazy because it's if you are Captain D's kid and you grew up on Captain D's, you know that this is 2 pieces of their famous battered fish.
Yep.
So I know what it's gonna taste like, but I'm trying to see what this bun is about because it looked like it's like a brochet bun or something.
I got the spicy one,
How is it, dude?
and it's not spicy at all. I feel
See, they be flaking on folks with that spicy junk, bro.
with the bacon though, the cheese, with the chicken combo.
That's what's saving it, bro.
I gotta messing with.
Look
I'm
at-
messing with it. I'm messing
No,
with
this
it
thing-
hard. I'm
This
messing
thing
with it
is-
hard.
This thing is nice. I'm not gonna lie.
Serious, though.
No, it's actually really
you
good.
get that bacon and that cheese
Yeah.
combo.
No, that bacon and that cheese, that thing is crazy.
Yeah,
It
definitely.
is. Yeah.
Now, for all of our viewers and listeners, please understand, this is not something you eat every day. This is not something you eat once a week. This is ridiculous. You will die. Like, you
will die.
100%.
Look at this. This is two chicken. I think these are 2 chicken breasts
Chicken
smashed
breast, yeah.
together.
Breast,
Yeah.
with cheese and
Bacon and
bacon
cheese.
and some kind of sauce in the middle. It's
It
great.
looks
but
delicious.
No,
Even
it's
for a
pretty
person that
good.
don't
Nah.
eat meat anymore, it looks delicious actually. Bro, what them few reviews be saying? Daddy like.
Mhm.
Even with
Yeah.
this, the crazy part is with this sandwich, as simple as it is, it's like great simple. You know how sometimes you can make like the simplest sandwich and it's amazing? Like the bun is
Mhm.
good. And of course, like I said, if you a Captain D's kid and you grew up on Captain D's, the fish, you know what the fish is. But what's getting me is this tartar sauce they got on here.
Bro, the tartar sauce is busting.
Man, look,
Straight up.
that's
Mhm.
that's what
Yeah.
made it good. Like it's a good sandwich, but that tartar sauce, boy, my
Mhm.
lance. And this is another thing, people. You eat once. You can't eat this every day.
Yeah, nah, like you're gonna have all types of high blood pressure
Foot,
I'm telling you,
that Captain
football
D
fall
fish.
off.
all my
Like,
pescatarians, we can't eat this every day, y'all. 'Cause,
yeah, like that Captain D's fish, man.
man, look, that's
That
amazing.
thing's
Since we eating and talking,
mm-hmm.
what's been going on, y'all? What y'all been watching? Any music? Y'all
um,
tell me what's been going on, man. As we eat
Well,
this delicious food.
me and you, Marcus, we've been watching Mando and Bad Batch. I had to bring it up at least.
Yeah,
And yeah, Bad Batch ended pretty good. I actually liked that. It was great. Um,
I've been hearing some stuff about Mando. What do you think about the? I've been hearing some bad and good.
yeah, right now it's going downwards for it. And I'm just like,
yeah. It's
I needed to pick up and do something because
yeah,
right
it's
now it's setting up, but there's nothing direct about it. They're just doing a
it's
lot of just
been
setup.
yeah, it's been no payoff for
Mm.
anything. It's lost its soul, and I think they got so caught up in Grogu and his cuteness that they lost the
Yeah.
story of the Mandalorian. But now the Mandalorian has turned into this cult now, and it's getting to a point where it's like we have to bring the Mandalorians back. But when the show first came out, it was all about bridging the gap between that
Mhm.
time of episode 6 and 7 because that's the time period it took. And they were leading up to that in like the first 2 seasons, which I always say that first season was like great.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, I was saying it felt like a Western, it had great storytelling and everything. But now it's just who's gonna cameo this week? That's what it feels like. So
Oh, that's what it's turning into.
and
Yeah.
and it's funny because people are on the internet. I ain't gonna say who, but some people we know and some we don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
They be
yeah.
talking about some. Are y'all crazy? This show is excellent. Y'all should be watching it. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like I ain't gonna sell people that because it ain't that good. It's alright at its best, and folks is living
So
with
what's
IGN.
your rating out
The
of
same
10? Like,
thing
what's your rating?
IGN is giving it right now, a 6.
A six.
Yeah.
I give it a moist 5.5.
Not a
Ooh,
Like,
Oh
moist.
boy.
ooh, ooh. Because even with the last episode, it was like, so we fighting pirates now. Like it
yeah,
was cool with
Pirates.
the Mandalorians was. I just wasn't messing with the whole pirates thing. I was like, okay,
yeah,
what?
that was something that they brought in earlier, and they felt like they had to pay
Mm-hmm.
it off. And I'm just like, you didn't have to. You could have just left it out there.
Yeah.
We want to. Here's the thing: we want to see Mando use the dark saber and not
And
lose
he
with it.
sucks. He sucks.
Man, when he pulled the lightsaber, the dark saber out, I'd be like, "Go off!" He carrying it way back down here, like a
Yeah.
big ass like broadsword or something like
And my
that. And can't
girl,
even lift it.
look, our girl Bo-Katan took it and was like Samurai Jack with that piece. You know what I'm saying?
She was cutting off limbs and stuff. I was like, okay. And then let's not mention her. Like she needs to, like I was liking her progression until this season.
Bro. But how you gonna tell her to she gotta wear the helmet
And
and
then tell
then
her to take off
tell her
the helmet. Right?
and her lame ass excuse is, oh, because Bo-Katan can bridge the gap to through different tribes and connect with everyone. I'm like, whatever. Another shitty way to try to
Nah.
make it work.
And then they brought in the creature or whatever like that. I thought they were gonna really do a lot with that, but that was their reason for her bridging the gap. You saw the whatever creature.
Yeah.
And I was like,
BS.
And it's supposed to be almost done. The season's supposed to almost be over. At the halfway point, I think.
Thank God.
Because I told Marcus, I was like, Bad Batch does a good job of having those filler episodes and getting you just chill it, and then they'll bring in an episode and it'll be like it'll be the main story again. You'll just be hooked again.
Hooked. Like spoiler review. When Tech died, I was over there, my feelings.
Oh boy.
Because he was my favorite character.
No, he was mine too. He was my favorite character. And then he was talking to a girl, and the way he talked to her,
I was like, he gonna get a little romance.
I was waiting for it.
Have some kids.
I was like,
my dude had to bite the bullet. When he said Plan 99, I was like,
I already knew what it was. I was like, no. I was like, and then my boy bought the goggles there in front of what's his name?
Oh man, that dude is mad creepy and disrespectful at the same time.
Because I would have, man, that was mad disrespectful. But no, when he said execute order or
Plan 99,
Plan 99. Yeah, Wrecker was like, no. I was like, no. Wrecker was like, I can save you. I'm like, Wrecker. And then he was doing all that acrobatic stuff on top of the thing. I was like, he's not going to make it. That's when I officially knew. I was like, he's not going to make it. But I was sad about it because Tech was my dude. And now, we down a member.
Yeah, we got two left. Three,
counting him. Technically 4 with Crosshair.
Yeah, that's right.
But man, I was mad about it. I was mad at first. I was like, why you gotta kill him off? You could have taken out Crosshair. I wouldn't have minded too much. I would have been like, all right, price to pay. But
when I saw where they was at, when they went back to hide, when I saw that they was at Sid's place, I immediately knew that she was gonna get them away.
Oh, I knew that already. Like,
I never liked her. I didn't trust her at all the whole season, bro.
They never should have went back to her because they could have went back to the old girl spot.
Yeah, I thought, but it was smart that they didn't because they didn't want the Empire to follow them there. So I see why they did it. Pay the price.
Yeah, and now we got clones everywhere. Yeah. But I will say the one thing I liked is that they gave some of the clones their like regret and made them like redeem themselves in certain qualities and stuff like that and go to do great stuff. Like freaking Cody did some good stuff and Mayday did some good stuff and what's the other one? Another one that did some good stuff, but and then
I like the arcs, the story arcs of the clones, and how the clones were basically treated like lab rats. Like when they were done with
that,
huh?
Yeah,
this isn't that.
Yeah, Batch is cool.
Look, Chad and Josh, I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't ever watch any Star Wars, y'all gotta watch the animated stuff. It is so.
It's good. It's so real good. Like I tell you one thing, if you didn't like. It makes you feel for the clones. Like it makes you understand like the mentality, everything that went into them being clones and how the Empire's like letting them off and like pretty much not taking care of them is so tragic.
Yep. I'm gonna have to definitely get into it.
It's crazy good. I would recommend it. I recommend anything animated Star Wars. Anyway, if you're gonna watch any show from there, do the animated stuff. You're gonna get more out of it than I think some of the live action. I would give. Andor was a good series though. If you really want to get into some good storytelling,
they got
Andor
the nerve. They got the nerve to put Mando above that. No,
I agree.
That show knocked it out the park in this first season.
They built it. Built it all the way up.
And what makes that show even better is that you know the main character is somebody that's already dead, but they're like telling his story before. They did what Marvel should have did with Black Widow. They made that show like what 3-4 years after Rogue One.
Yeah.
It's been like 5 years, I think, or something like that.
Something like that.
And it was supposed to.
But I think that's what made Rogue One good too, though.
Yeah. It was good because anything dealing with the between episode 3 and 4 is good storytelling.
Matter of fact, Dmitri, Josh and Chad went to see Rogue One with me. I think that was like the first Star Wars movie
Yeah.
we all saw together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Also,
yeah.
No, that was a good.
Because I was like, I kept
Yep.
telling them, I was like, y'all, wait till the end. I was like, it's gonna blow y'all away.
And
Wait, I
that
don't think
last
I was
thing
there.
was Vader.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Was
were.
I
What
Yeah,
there?
you
you were
finna
there
say,
with us.
Josh? What you finna say, Josh?
No,
No,
he's
like
like,
I
you
was
don't
trying to
remember
think.
being there.
Was
I'm
I
like,
there?
yes, you
Josh,
were.
you was there.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah.
Come on, Josh. You know you was there. You know we always gotta bring little brother along. Come on, man.
No, I'm not like I forgot.
It's okay, man.
It's,
It was a
it's that
while.
chicken
It was a
sandwich,
while
bro. It's
back.
okay.
I know. Look, it's
Hey,
kicking in
Nah,
already.
nah, like
Kicking in, he's like,
nah, it's
But
definitely kicking in. Like
Hilarious.
this.
but yeah, y'all, on my end, I'm gonna have to watch Andor because I need me a palate cleanser because I've been talking about it for a minute. I sat up there and watched full Swarm series, and I'm gonna put it like this, y'all. I love horror films, man. Okay, here's what I think happened, bro. I don't want you to choke on your drink, but it's almost like when you have too many good things going. Okay, remember how that movie with Will Ferrell in it that also had John C. Riley in it that was about Sherlock Holmes? How that movie was trash. It's just you got two, and that's because they thought they knew the recipe and they had everything there, but it just didn't pay off. And that's what I feel like happened to Swarm. And everybody loves it though. Everybody loves Swarm, but I sat there and watched the full show just to give it a chance, and it just didn't hit for me. And it wasn't hitting on a couple of levels. Number one, it just was clumsy storytelling to me. I really feel like some characters shouldn't have been there. Like the Halsey character, she just that whole thing didn't need to happen. The kills didn't make sense. I love Damson Idris, but he was not it in this show. That was some of the worst acting I've seen from 100%. Chloe, love her. No reason for her to be in the show. I don't know what that whole thing what it was, but I do the main actress. She did her thing. I got to give her props. She did her thing for a bad script, and this is coming from somebody that's a huge Donald Glover fan, but they just didn't hit it, man. I don't know, y'all. I wish y'all would have seen it so y'all can understand the stank that is the show. It's just got a level of stank to it, bro. It's just not good. Like you got full episodes. Like I told you about the episode with the police officer. We get from the background of her family. We
It
get
don't go nowhere.
and it don't go nowhere. There's so many plot points that don't go nowhere. I love Cree Summer. I don't her acting in this was like whoa. Like I just did not like it. Kiersey Clemens, I love her. Her acting in this show was not it. I'm just like, I get what Donald was going for when you have that ironic kind of awkward comedy, because that's cool. I get that. Jordan Peele does that, and his movies does it fantastically with that awkward, offbeat kind of comedy. Donald Glover did it well in Atlanta. It just didn't translate to this one. The two things that I actually liked from this series that actually made me hold on was number one, the atmosphere was great. I love the cinematography. The cinematography was fantastic. The acting from the main character was fantastic. And the soundtrack was the bomb. The soundtrack is
Yeah.
crazy. The soundtrack
Yeah, I
for
agree.
Swarm is it's insane. It's like so
It's a
good.
pretty good, yeah.
I'm definitely buying it. If it comes out on like record or something, I'm getting it. But nah, man, I just that show wasn't it, and I watched it from beginning to end.
Yeah.
It just
And his thing,
and the horror element wasn't there.
here's the
Oh,
thing:
go
the
ahead. Yeah.
music for the thing. This is Donald Glover coming back to music, I think, fully. So the album was
Mhm.
banging. I already knew that. I didn't even have to really hear it. I already knew. I knew what I was expecting. I was not disappointed. It just kind of sucks that his show didn't translate to the kick-ass album.
Hey man, you can't hit a home run every game, man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You gonna go over 3 some games. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like I was telling Chad, lightning don't strike twice in the same place.
Nah, and I think just to your point, Chad, I think he did it too close to Atlanta Like just the season just ended. I think it came out too close to that, and that's probably what hurt it. A lot of people probably had high expectations for it, and that's why a lot of people probably love it because they still riding off that high of Atlanta, and they probably just, oh my gosh, he's poking fun at the Beehive and blah blah blah. I was just like, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't effective. I'm like, if you're gonna use something, at least make it effective. This show was it fell into the thing where you have a fantastic idea but zero execution. The execution was not there. The idea was fantastic. I love the fact that they thought of a way for you to have dangerous fandom, which is something that I think all celebrities think about and all of them go through. And even as fans, I think about that too, because you have fans that do all kind of craziness. So to have a fan, which has happened in real life before, for sure.
yeah.
That's what happened to Selena. That happens
I was
in real
like
life.
Selena
So
and
to
John
have
Lennon. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So to have a series about a topic as nuanced as that and the psychology of a person who went through that, it just fell short because I think it tried to be too many things at one time. It wasn't a great character study. It wasn't. I've heard them describe the show as a character study. A good example of a good character study, even though I won't even say it's cheating because because it was a real person, but the Jeffrey Dahmer show that they had is a great example of a character study of a killer.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic example. Do not condone what he did, of course.
At all.
But just from a purely cinematic standpoint of making a product, that's a great example. The Joker movie is a great example of a character
It's
study.
a character study.
This was not a good example of a character. If that's what you wanted to do, I'm just like, don't label it as something it's not. If it's a parody, it's a parody. If it's a character study, it's a character study. If it's an offbeat comedy, it's an offbeat comedy. But the fact that you labeled it as a horror character study, that's not it. It's just not it for me.
I would have rather.
Go ahead.
I would have rather seen him do something like take that goofy thing he did, that and expand on that. That would have been cool.
That would have been cool.
Because, like you said, that would have been a good character study. Because you already set that character up. You could dive more deeper into his mindset and all that.
The psychology. And perfect example, Marcus. It's not like Donald can't do it because he did a fantastic, a 45-minute episode, did a fantastic character study of Thomas Washington, the creator, the quote unquote creator of the Goofy movie. Fantastic character study.
Great.
But like you said, Marcus, I think that what I said was like the issue, but also the fact that it was just rushed, like you were saying. It's too soon, right off of Atlanta.
Yeah, I agree. You should take time in between. Maybe he was doing it while Atlanta was happening. Maybe he was like doing all the groundwork behind the scene while the show was still going on. So to us, it seemed like it's
of course,
very rushed.
Of course, he probably was shooting it and stuff.
But or like the thought process was been a couple years down the road. But I think releasing it should have been, like you were saying, later on. The release process.
It's just like Jordan Peele don't put a movie out every year.
No,
he wait a couple years. He go produce some stuff, go do some writing, and then he come back with a movie. And he go on hiatus. Like, I think that's a healthier way to make films and TV shows, because everything don't stockpile on each other, and you don't get like this thing where okay, this is gonna be like the last one.
Yeah,
exactly.
Spike Lee does that. He puts out a movie like every 10 years now. No, like what's the last one?
Wasn't it the
Black Klansman? Yeah, the last one.
I think wasn't the Five Bloods like after?
It was the Five Bloods on Netflix, which was a great man. Look,
great movie.
Speaking of that movie,
didn't get the props.
You talking about a grown man crying because Chadwick had just passed, and I watched it, And I was over there boo-hooing when he had that last scene with I always mess his name up. You know my boy who I'm talking about, Chad, the GOAT from Crooklyn. That played the dad in Crooklyn. Dang, I can never say his name right.
I think I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name either.
Man, see, I just want people to know I can remember every actor and everything, but I suck at names. Let me see.
I get that.
Oh no.
The
Same
Five
here.
Bloods.
Yeah, I can tell you if you show me a picture of the person. I'm like, yeah, but
Delroy Lindo, my boy.
Yeah.
Delroy
Yeah,
Lindo.
that
Okay.
last scene with him and Chadwick's character, where it was like a recreation, it was like, it's okay, man. Like, we know what happened. You ain't got to keep beating yourself up. So that was a great movie. That was like the first time I think I seen Jonathan Majors.
I was about to say that was a sneaker role for Jonathan Majors. I almost forgot he was in that, but he did a great job. Yeah.
I forgot he was in there.
Yeah.
He can be sneaking in movies, man. Like
he really do.
He be doing his thing.
He really do.
Nah, he's been doing the thug like for sure.
So that movie got you emotional. Did you get emotional when you saw his last technical performance?
Which
or
one?
no, I'm sorry.
Oh god.
I'm not gonna do it to you. No, I'm gonna take it back.
What you talking? Because to me, his last movie was Ma Rainey's. So I don't know what you talking about, Dmitri.
I was talking about.
Don't get me started, bro.
That's why I'm trying to take it back a little bit.
Good.
I'm trying to take it back a little bit, but I already know. You know what I'm talking about, but I'm not gonna speak its name right now.
Yeah. So
because I already know you have your moment.
Anyways. So yeah, Demetrius, if you want to talk about his last movie, yes, Ma Rainey, Black Bottom. Yeah. That was a good movie, and
that was a good movie.
I got a little emotional because he did a great job in it, and that was the last thing we saw.
They gave him a nice little send off in that movie.
Man, it was great. But no, that was a great movie. Viola should have won an Oscar for that.
I was about to say.
Yeah,
I definitely think so.
She killed it, man.
One thing I definitely want to know. Go ahead.
No, what you gonna say, bro?
Oh no, because you're about to say something about another movie.
No, I was gonna say another show. I know I'm late on it. And my boy, shout out to my boy Lux. He been telling me to watch this, but Primal.
I gotta watch Primal.
Gindy, bruh. This dude, you talking about somebody that don't miss, like Jordan Peele, man. In the animation world, that dude don't miss, bruh. Primal is A1. I'm talking
Primal
about
on, by the way, just for the viewers. What can you find Primal?
Oh, Primal is on HBO Max because it's part of it was part of that Adult Swim lineup when they brought back Samurai Jack and all that. So when he did Samurai Jack, he came out with that show because he's like, now since it's on Adult Swim, I can show like the violence and stuff. I can kind of up it a little bit. So like when you talk about blood and guts and gore, Primal is it.
Because you talking about
the caveman, the one with the caveman and the dinosaur.
That rides around on a dinosaur. Yes, and it's a very interesting show because even though the main character is a Neanderthal, he's around on a dinosaur, but he's fighting against like Vikings, Mesopotamian people, Egyptians, and Africans. And I'm talking about, it looks like it's around the time of during the BC era, like right around like Moses and like Jesus and all that, and the Egyptians, the fourth dynasty. Like it's centered around that, but then you don't know because at the same time, pterodactyls and like big bat creatures and like apes that almost look like humans. And that's what I love about him and his worlds because you don't know what time you're in. Like it confuses you, and I love it because like it's a whole episode where it's set in the 1800s with these dudes. That's like upper class talking about. Yes, I think we're going back to the primal era, and it's a good episode, and it has nothing like it doesn't connect. It connects a little bit, but man, the animation is great.
No, the animation.
He still keeps his same like animation style, but of course it's more modern. And like I said, man, the action is good. And then another thing for a story, like you with him, he's always been good with having a lot of episodes and stories with little dialogue because he shows so much expression and characters like movements, emotion, like the way they face reacts to certain things. He just does it so great. You don't need the dialogue, and a lot of it in the show is in different languages because, like I said, it's at a time with different people in the world. So when the people talk, they're not speaking English, but even with them not speaking English, I understood what they were saying because of the emotions in their face and the way they was reacting or how they did. Like when he would yell at the dinosaur, you knew in a certain way he was telling it no because it's not safe, or no, I'm mad at you because of the way he invoked the emotions, dude. That dude he's still on his grind, man. I always say he the GOAT of Cartoon Network animation from our era because he gave us Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Lab, the original Star Wars, Clone Wars
Yeah.
series, Samurai Jack. It was something else he did on Cartoon Network. I can't remember. But this dude, man.
He didn't do. Was it about like another show about like a robot or something?
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Robot something.
What's
Yeah,
that
I
man's
can't
called?
remember.
It's
Let me see. I think I could. I'm finna look it up right now.
Was it My Life as a Teenage Robot?
Yeah.
Nah, was it?
I thought
Yeah,
that was on
it looks like
Nickelodeon.
his
That's on
style.
Nickelodeon. Yeah, that's
But
what I
did
was
he
thinking.
do it?
Is
Was
it?
he the one that
It,
did
it,
that?
It looks like
it
his
looks like
style.
his
There was
style. That's
another.
why.
Let me see.
And I
Let's
know
see.
the other show you're talking about. It's also about a robot guy that's a robot.
He did symbiotic type.
Yes, symbiotic
Oh,
type.
Yeah,
That's what.
yeah.
That's
That's
what
the one. That's that
I'm
one
thinking.
show with.
With the twerk
yeah.
scene.
We
Yeah,
don't talk about that
I
episode.
try not to say it, but
We don't talk about
I was
that.
trying
With
not
the
to
twerk
say it. I was
scene.
gonna be
That's
like
the one
this.
with the
man.
twerk.
That was awful.
Hey man, you gotta get the kids interested somehow. Because
Ow.
I know I watched it as a kid.
Look,
Oh, and how can we forget? He did the Hotel Transylvania movies. That's
Oh
him
yeah.
too.
Wow,
He
I didn't know that
directed
was
those.
yeah,
Yeah, he
I didn't know
directed
that.
those. So, like I said, man, this dude don't miss, man. He don't miss.
No.
No, apparently not.
Yeah. And I didn't know he made Dexter's Lab.
Yeah, that was like one of his first shows on Cartoon Network. It was that and Powerpuff Girls. That's why Samurai Jack looks like Professor
Uranium.
Professor
Uranium. Is it Uranium?
Utopium?
Utonium, whatever. Hey, look, we 30 now. We can't remember all these names, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
but he's been a part of our childhood longer than we really realized.
Realize,
Oh,
yeah.
So,
yeah. Did he make House of Imaginary Friends?
no,
Foster's Home?
nah, that was.
Foster's Home.
I think that was somebody else. But
because that
I'm,
animation was a little. It's similar, but
yeah,
I don't know.
that was another good show.
Yeah, it was.
Let me tell you something. For a child that did have an imaginary friend,
Fake McCracken.
that show took me back. Did y'all ever hear the theory of the show?
No.
So the theory is
All right.
that what's the main character? What's the girl's name on the show? Frankie.
Frankie.
Ironically, it's Frankie.
You almost made me choke on my food.
But nah, the theory is Frankie is actually not real, and Frankie is Granny's imaginary friend, but
Ooh.
Granny thought of Frankie. Frankie is actually Granny when she was younger, but she imagined her as up to date like version of her in that generation. And they say if you really think about it, she doesn't really leave the house.
She doesn't.
And they're like dressed, like the way they dress, the colors and stuff is almost matched up the same. You know, the hair is pinned up. So it was a theory. It's never been like
Never been confirmed.
Hmm.
You said it's never been confirmed?
No, it's never been confirmed. I think it's like just a fan theory. You know,
I can
it
see how
falls
it
in
could
that
fit
class.
though. Yeah.
Don't you? It
could
matches
fit.
up.
It
Yeah.
could work, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. One thing I did want to ask y'all though, because me and Joshua were talking about it a little bit before the podcast came on. What do y'all think about E3 being canceled this year?
Oh, we have a conversation just in the group chat, but I can expound upon it. I said it was like I don't think it's just like G4. Like there's no need for it right now anymore because we get all our updates from social media. Any commercial, any treat teaser, it's gonna be over Instagram or if you do Facebook or Twitter, you're gonna get it there before you see it on E3 or anything like that. So what are they really showing you at E3? Not to mention, most of the companies were like, "Yeah, we don't got anything for E3 this fucking year or whatever," and I was like, "Okay, so why even have it?"
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because Harry Potter already came out. God of War already
I
came
was gonna
out.
say the Star Wars game is finna
The
come
Star Wars
out.
game is
Grand
yeah,
Theft
that
Auto
one.
leaked like every week.
I think it's partly because E3 got canceled because it's just like social media and stuff. Are just I think like these game companies have realized that social media is just a better way to get like this outreach for people to actually know about the game.
Yeah.
Because like you said, like leaks and stuff. And they say leaks, but the people that are
They
actually
put the
leaking
company,
You know what they do is they go leak and they press the enter button. Oh my
that's how
gosh,
they
it was
get too
leaked.
excited about the game.
Or they just got a
Hey.
leak button, right?
Hey.
Yeah, like it's whack. This is a multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar companies.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way some dude in a random place with like a potato for a computer is really finna access all these files. That's a lie.
What he got for a computer, Josh?
You said a
Potato.
potato.
Potato
You got the
antenna.
potato laptop.
Oh man, but nah, like in all seriousness, we grew up with that like era of E3 being a big thing, G4 like Dmitri just mentioned, and
Game
I think
Informers.
it just
Yeah.
Yep.
can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, you're back now.
Okay, hey,
Yeah.
I told y'all my computer bugging tonight. I don't know what's going on, but yeah. I was just saying it's weird to see canceled, but at the same time, it's just time now. There's no reason for it anymore. Like you said, everything it's a digital era now. Back then, it was a reason because we didn't have access to exclusive content like that. And we had to watch it on G4 and we had to wait till it dropped on YouTube or something. And YouTube wasn't like it was now. So like you didn't get stuff
Not at
immediately.
all, yeah.
It's now you get a trailer like this, you get hands-on videos of people playing the games. Then you got these guys who do Twitch and all these streaming things that get early access to the game. So they're reviewing the games for you, or they might have went and played a demo of it and they letting you know how it was. So it's no way you can compete with that. It's just it didn't got too big and it's no reason for a convention. It's not like Comic-Con is always gonna be valid and be around because that's how you premiere trailers. You get to go see the cosplay, the comic books debut there. You got all the hot toys. So that's going to be something that's always a hot commodity because it's always going to be a reason for it. But E3 is really not a reason for it anymore. So
it really
it's
not. E3 used to be that event.
It does. For when we were kids, we would wait for E3 to because we wanted to know like when the next Marvel game was coming out or when the next NBA Street was coming. Tony Hawk, Mortal Kombat. Yeah, man. So it sucks that you see as you get older, you see these things die off. That was so important, such a vital part of like your childhood. But I understand now when I used to talk to old heads, that's a part of growing old. You're gonna see stuff just change and go away.
Yeah.
It's just like a cultural shift.
Yeah. I'm still trying to get. Oh, go ahead, dude.
I was just gonna say, with technology progressing the way it is, like everything we grew up with probably won't be the main place for it anymore. We don't even go to TV for Sunday or Saturday morning cartoons anymore, dude.
Because it don't exist.
Exactly. That
it don't exist.
That don't exist anymore. But when
my Saturday morning cartoons, I just click HBO Max and be like, all right, I'm gonna go watch Ed and Eddie or something.
Exactly. Streaming services, you can get the entire season within a day. They put out the entire season. You binge through it and you're done, like within a day, and then you wait a year or two for another season instead of doing episodes.
Yeah. Seriously, it gets to be crazy. Like I'm still getting over the fact that we don't have cheat codes no more.
Right? Yeah, like
The
Nah,
cheat
like
code
that.
manuals.
Remember going
Yeah,
to the
nah.
remember going to the book fair and getting that big old cheat code book. Remember?
Man,
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
still got one of my books from that era. It was
The
Yeah.
GTA codes. Oh, you had to get the
Man,
GTA
look,
San Andreas
it's
codes.
a basketball player in college, and he got the
I
cheat
saw
code
that. Yeah,
tatted
he
on
got
his
the cheat
arm.
code tatted on his arm.
I was like,
Yeah.
some of these kids are impressing me. They give me hope. Some of these kids give me hope.
Yeah.
So everybody from your era, Josh, ain't all bad, okay?
No, because Joshua,
Yeah.
Joshua knew because I had it. Joshua remember them days.
You
Yeah.
had to write it down. You got so good where you just was like,
You gotta rehearse it, and then you get good at it.
Yeah, or like you remember old YouTube? Old YouTube, only thing that was on old YouTube was like a video game cheat code videos
and cat videos.
and cat videos.
And sometimes, every so often, at the beginning era, walkthroughs just started picking up around that time.
Walkthroughs used to save my life, especially with the Legend of Zelda, the Wind Waker. First of all, everybody talk about A Link to the Past and the Mask of Majora and Ocarina of Times. Yeah, those are great games, but I didn't play them because when I was a child when those games came out. So I knew nothing about them. So I didn't buy them. I had a Nintendo 64, and I was just happy to have it. I was playing like
Pokemon.
whatever. Yeah, Pokemon.
Oh, hey, I smacked Pokemon though.
Yeah, so I didn't get into those. I didn't get into Legend of Zelda until I was like in middle school. So by then they had the GameCube, and when Wind Waker came out, to me, I thought that was like the greatest Legend of Zelda game. The story, I even the little cell animation they had with the game.
Yeah,
Nintendo always put out some hits, but
they do. Like one, Ocarina of Time is still a game that I have not beat, but I understand it's legendary. I played it recently when I got
hard as hell, man.
When I got a 3DS, I played it. I was like, that's still hard,
but it's still hard. And that's the thing.
Hard.
Games from back then,
Used
I
to be
still
so
have
hard.
trouble with. Like
Yes.
I told y'all, the hardest game I've ever played in my life is that freaking Lion King game on Sega Genesis. Like when you die, ain't no respawn from your checkpoint or none of that. You die, you start all the way over.
Yeah. And
Like,
even I remember using the first time I really used YouTube for a game walkthrough. I had to have somebody show me how to play Banjo Kazooie because I swear, bro, I couldn't understand how to walk up a hill. I didn't know what.
Bro, it was hard.
I didn't know what button to press because remember, like you had to get the bird out the backpack so he could walk up the stairs. I didn't know what buttons to press to do it. So I was just like, bro, how in the world? Like all of these old games, bro, and that's the thing now. Like with all of these new games, you get to pick how hard. Oh, I don't want it that hard, so I'll play it on easy. I just do a light little brisk playthrough of the game. Wasn't no brisk playthrough.
You gonna get it like it is,
bro. You know the hardest game though? Toy Story. Josh, remember that?
I still ain't beat that. I still ain't beat that.
You talking about wanting to throw my controller, bro? That Buzz Lightyear stage?
Yeah.
Dude. I was like, man, because we rented it from Blockbuster. I took it out, put it back in the case. I took it to my dad. I said, you can take this back. You can take this back. Because I'm not finna stress over this, man.
Dude. I don't know how you guys, I don't know if any of you guys play the older Pokemon games like Yellow, but my jeez, the freaking weed. Yellow version.
I had red.
I had yellow version.
Yellow was hard as hell.
Bro, I beat it, but it took me like months when I was a kid. Because one, I didn't know typing, so I was just hitting it with anything, and I was just hoping it would work.
Bro, I didn't beat like none of them Game Boy games. I didn't beat Pokemon Crystal. I beat
Silver.
Link to the Past. I didn't beat that either. I didn't beat none of them games. What was the Pokemon game that gave you? I forget. Like it gave you like when you started the game, it gave you like what's Charizard's first form?
Charmander.
I think it gave
that's red. You talking about
that's
the
red,
one, right?
red, blue, green, yellow. I think they all gave you.
Yeah, and they give you the 3 starter Pokemon, and it's Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander.
And then if you have the yellow version, you got a Pikachu.
But that's the thing, though. See, this is what people don't get about games back then. you didn't know which one you chose
No.
because they didn't put like an indicator as to who was who, and then you would choose it, and if it wasn't who you wanted, you would have to like
Start the
delete
whole
it
thing
and
over
start it
again.
over so you
Yeah.
can choose who you want.
All the way
So,
from the
I'm
beginning.
telling you,
Man.
kids now got it easy, man.
They got it
They
so
do.
easy.
Because
Like-
when I tell you the newer Pokemon game are so freaking easy, like
Bruh.
they're on easy mode. I'm like, dude, back
Man,
in
look,
my day, it
look.
took me weeks.
The original Pokemon Stadium on the N64.
Oh,
You talking about getting your ass, man? The computer
Bruh.
used to kill me, bro.
yes.
Yeah, see, nah, I didn't. Nah, like I only had a couple of them classic Pokemon games. Like I would say, like another hard game that I played was a Crash Bandicoot.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
Gosh.
Remember
That's
that
still a
Crash
hard
Bandicoot
game,
that was
bro.
open world?
That mess still hard.
You know what's
Right?
funny?
Yeah.
I recently played it because if you play Uncharted, you
Yeah.
know that's the same
Yeah. Uh-huh.
people
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
Crash.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's a point where you gotta play
You gotta
against
play the game.
his
Yeah.
girl, his wife, and you gotta beat her
Yeah,
score.
yeah.
Dude,
That's an
I was
Uncharted
like, I
4,
remember
bro.
why I
That
hate this
thing-
game.
And then
Mhm.
you come back at the end of the game
Yeah.
and play it too.
Yeah,
You come back at the end of the game, you still gotta play it. I'm just like,
dude,
man,
I
I
was
love
like,
this
man,
game, but it's hard.
it's hard. It's still
Yeah.
hard. Bro.
Nah,
That
all them
game-
crashes are hard.
Them PS2 Mega Man games was hard too.
They were, bro.
Oh yeah, I still
Yes.
ain't beat Mega Man X. I'm
No.
never gonna beat Mega Man X.
Metal Gear Solid 3. That game is hard. When you
Nah,
play
that
with
mess is
Snake
hard.
and you be like in the woods or something. I was talking big shit. I was like, I'm grown now. I was like, I can beat this game. I bought it from the place we went to, Chad, Second and Charles.
Second and Charles, yeah.
I'm happy. I'm gassing myself up. I think I was about like 24 or something. I put that shit in, bruh. I was like, never
Nah,
mind. And I was like, I'm gonna try it on like the medium difficulty. I was like, I'm older now. I get video games. Boy, was I wrong.
Nah, I
No,
get video.
way.
Boy,
Man, look,
Nah,
I still ain't beat Phantom Pain, and that's like the newest one.
really? Bro, them
Yeah,
games hard,
Metal Gear
bro.
Solid
The
5.
very
Them
first
games
one
are
was
hard,
hard.
Yeah. They make them games
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I
The first Lara
downloaded.
Croft game was hard. Like,
Yes.
Oh
Dude,
yeah,
I talk about
Lara
those
Croft.
Resident Evil games, man. Them Resident Evil
Dude,
games were
I
fucking.
tried
I
to
ain't
play
never,
one
I ain't never
Resident
touched
God,
them
Evil.
Resident
boy.
Evils.
First of all, I was scared of shit.
Yeah.
Man.
People be talking about The Last of Us. Nah, Last of Us ain't got nothing
I
on
thought
the
they ain't got
original
none of them
Resident
jump
Evil
scares,
games.
man.
nah,
Man.
dog.
The
And
Resident
the
Evil, you'll be in a dark room and then you'll hear something.
And
And
then
you gotta look
remember,
around.
I say, remember the camera angles were weird.
Yeah.
If you went around the corner, you couldn't really see like
No,
where you was going.
couldn't.
Yeah. Now that's one thing about those old games. Like they like tried to work with. They had to work with other things because the graphics weren't there. They worked
Yeah.
more on the sound and the ambient. Them
Yeah.
them like old Tomb Raider games were terrifying because everything was
Yes.
always dark.
Yes, bro.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man. And then to talk about another classic, 007.
Yeah.
GoldenEye.
Mhm.
That
Oh, that was good.
ruined some friendships, man.
Yeah, it
And
did.
that and Super Smash Brothers. I personally
Yeah.
seen Super Smash Brothers in the friendship.
Yeah.
Nah, Mario Kart too.
Yes.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
you always
yeah.
had the motherfuckers that came at the end of the race and threw a shell at you right at the finish line.
Dude, I
I
saw a
swear,
dude.
bro.
I saw an entire team, like the guy was in first place. And I saw people throw. Every person had a blue turtle shell, right? And they all hit him with him. Like, I was like,
Hey, that mean
man,
they just ain't like that dude.
Yeah, it'd be so bad. You be in first place and somebody throw a turtle shell at you.
Yes, bro.
Because I was playing Mario Kart with Peyton. Boy,
yeah, she tore you up, didn't she?
I'm telling you.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
Like, 'cause-
I'm glad for that heads up. I know not to play Peyton in Mario Kart.
Nah, because my thing is she don't be trying to like actually go through the. She doesn't waste any of the items. She'll keep them towards the end
Mhm.
and then throw them
Nah,
all at
Peyton
you.
ain't no good, bro. Peyton ain't no good.
Look, man, it be the innocent looking ones that always.
Just be grimy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hit you with a
Cool,
blue
y'all, I'm
turtle
full.
shell. You think y'all family?
Boy, you. I'm
Boy,
full,
I
man.
am full
So
in
was
right
it
now.
good? Did you guys? What y'all give it?
Nah, I give
You-
it like
what-
I give it a
Out of
10
a
out of 10. It's delicious.
Whew.
I definitely
it's-
give it a 10 out of 10. for sure.
It's a 10 out of 10. Will not eat again. For
Yeah, I agree. 10 out of 10. Probably not
Because
gonna eat
everybody,
again.
look how everybody looking right now. We all be talking, but we like zombies right now.
bro, I'm talking out
Like
my nose,
the
bro. I'm
Demetrius that
so
got
full, bro.
Demetrius that got like this. Demetrius went from this to
And I'm like leaning all the way.
and I'm sitting here trying to sit.
Like-
I'm trying to sit straight up and keep talking because
Bro,
like
I'm
at one
gasping
point I was
for
like
air.
this.
Yes. Oh my
Right?
god.
We
I'm
just
gasping
like,
for
Yeah.
air, bro.
And I still got sandwich left, bro.
Nah, man, look,
that's a sandwich we're not gonna eat again.
I enjoyed it though. It's just this was a.
Oh yeah.
I like this. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Mine,
It was
I
a nice
give
little
mine like
change.
I give mine
Nah,
like
yeah.
an 8.5 out of 10. Only because they cheated and just used the regular fish that they already have to put on the fish sandwich. So they cheated just a little bit. Just a little bit. So it take a few points off. But it was a good sandwich though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like when I saw the photo that you sent, it didn't do it any kind of justice. That's what I'll
It
say.
really
Did it, right?
Because I've never
Well,
had
even the
that
photo
sandwich
I
either.
thought, even the sandwich I saw at the freaking when I saw it at the KFC, and I looked at the picture there, that didn't even do it justice.
Demetrius was like, I don't know what I just got myself
No,
into.
that sandwich is a monster,
It
bro.
was,
That sandwich is a
Yeah.
monster.
No, it was
They
bigger
made
than I
that thing
thought.
look-
Like,
They made that thing look like it was two tenders on top of there,
I'm
bro.
telling you,
Yeah.
man. So look, I can say this for everyone. Sandwiches 1, Square Round Table Podcast 0.
0.
yeah.
Because we did
Yeah.
not win this one.
Nah, we
For
didn't get it, but it's okay. It was tasty, but I don't think I'm gonna do it again.
No,
Bruh,
it's not something that
Demetrius-
you eat every week, once a week, or
The bitches
anything.
look just like the people in that Boondocks episode when they was eating at the restaurant and falling asleep. It's like every second, it's just draining. He's going down.
Yeah.
Slowly going down. Look, Josh he all in the background now.
No, like,
And Chad's looking down. He's just man, I'm done.
I'm telling you, man.
Benito.
for real.
Oh my
Jeez.
gosh, man.
But nah, this was good. But one point that I wanted to bring up was like, because it was like a post that I saw on Reddit like some days ago, like comparing old anime protagonists to new anime protagonists.
Ooh,
And
what
like
we
it was a
doing?
comparison between
Oh,
this like the mechanics of Naruto and Goku versus Tanjiro and Deku.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so tell me the sauce. I need to know the sauce.
okay, basically like the post was like, yeah, so Goku and Naruto, they have like natural talent. And while Tanjiro and Deku, they gotta work for everything. And Naruto and Goku aren't as intelligent, and Tanjiro and Deku are much more intelligent, which is why they're so powerful, because they have to have those like certain set of skills to be able to handle certain things. And also they were talking about how Tanjiro and Deku are a lot more emotionally vulnerable because both of them are crybabies. Like, I'm just gonna say that.
But here's the thing: Deku, for the most part, has reasons behind why he's crying. Tanjiro just be crying. He has moments, but most of them I'm just like, all right, bro. Like, it's cool that you're in touch and you got your feelings. It's cool. It's whatever. But come on, dude, we gotta fight. At least Deku's. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna be depressed, but I'm still gonna throw these hands and put you on a t-shirt.
Still gonna give you a 2-piece,
right?
Exactly.
Still be giving him crap and stuff like that. He'd be like, bro, I'm 2 seconds from putting you in the ground. Like, stop talking to me. Like,
yeah. And that was basically that. We were just talking about, because like,
I mean, Goku technically had talent. Don't get me wrong, but if you really want to talk about the spoilers of Super and the wish that was made upon him and stuff like that, and I don't know how far that gets into it because I don't read the manga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Josh? Like the whole Bardock wish thing that they were talking. That was like a
Oh, wasn't it like some Bardock wish for him to be powerful or something?
He wished for him to be I think a great warrior, something like that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if that takes away from your point, but go ahead.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, that takes away from so much that y'all build up with this character.
That's what I'm wondering. Because that's still natural talent, even
because
you know what I'm saying? Because
that's a great
not.
point.
Yeah, that was my whole criticism when you said it. That's why I said I know that part. Naruto, he's naturally talented, but that Demon Fox did some heavy lifting. Let's be real about it, all right?
Yeah,
Nah,
that was like
about it.
he did all the lifting, like basically.
It's
pretty
not
much
like
all of it.
It's not like Luffy who had literally had to work his devil fruit to make it good. Like Naruto, man, if I fought like this, the Demon Fox got me. Luffy's
And that's basically
just
it.
me.
Naruto would be. I thought I was the only person that thought that. Like Naruto would literally be getting his ass handed to him the whole fight, and then all of a sudden, here comes the wolf.
Well, this is the thing.
Wolfy
Like,
Fox God guy.
this is like, but like this is the thing with Naruto. Like that was like the other point I was gonna get into. Like I more so say like Naruto natural talent because he didn't really have control over. He didn't really have control over getting the fox, and also Naruto's his clan. The Uzumaki clan, they're known for having huge chakra reserves. So partly why Naruto will always never really get wrecked like that is because he always had ridiculous amounts of chakra. But I think because of stuff like that, he's more natural talent because over time they had to come up with more stuff for him to actually more overpowered stuff. And people like Deku and Tanjiro don't have that.
Technically, he's always had that problem though. He's always had the 100% All Might thing that he's always had to overcome and this, that, the other, and he overcame it. Like with the power, with his, I'm only going to use this percentage of it. So that was his workaround, and it's always been like I don't know. I don't know which point I'm trying to make. I'm just saying. I guess he does have Naruto does have natural talent, but that Fox did a lot of the lifting. I'm just gonna keep that point.
Oh yeah, nah, for sure.
The chakra reserve is cool, and don't get me wrong, like him having all the chakra reserve that helps out, and it's a natural talent. But he still got chakra on top of that. He still got a whole brim of chakra that made him be able to talk to anybody any way he wanted to, because he already knew, hey, if I'm getting my butt kicked, the fox is gonna come out. And he's gonna handle the work.
So Naruto could be real reckless with his mouth, and he got a backup.
So,
except for Itachi, except for with Itachi though, he didn't get reckless.
Hey, current Naruto be quiet because current Naruto don't got it no more.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he's been real quiet doing paperwork.
That's events. Apparently, that's what happens to anime characters that's powerful. They become nothing.
It happened to Naruto. I can't say that because Ichigo still kept his stuff at the end of the series. Like he still got his. He just got the here's the thing. He just got the dad cut. That's all they give him. They give him the.
They gave him the
dad cut, but he just got the whole. I was like, man.
I always thought. See, for our viewers out there, I'm the novice to anime. I know anime, but it's a lot of older stuff. So I love when these guys talk about it because they teach me things. And I always thought with Naruto, they missed like a big opportunity to have some kind of Easter egg to the Wu-Tang Clan in there because they got clans and stuff. Yeah, like Killer Bees and stuff. I always thought. But
what'd you say?
What'd you say? You went out.
Point. Yeah, you zoomed out.
I said I always thought that was a missed opportunity, but I can't speak for the whole show because I've never watched it. I just know from talking to you guys.
You can say that. Like, you can argue that like Killer B is a little bit of a tip of the hat because he does rap and he's black and his rap and his name is Killer B. So you know what I'm saying. He actually does rap. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they technically did.
He's so cold that he rapped when he was writing his bars while fighting Sasuke. That was funny. He was writing his bars and fighting Sasuke at the same time.
He got like white hair.
Yeah, he's got white hair.
And he got like a big sword. Yeah.
Yeah. But that fight was crazy. The Sasuke and Killer B fight was disrespectful. Marcus, if you ain't seen that fight, you got to look up the Killer B.
I got to now. The way Josh said disrespectful, I believe him. He's like,
it was though.
Killer B is sick. He's sick with it. Yeah,
he was though.
And see, I appreciate. That's one thing I do appreciate about this generation of anime. They really giving black characters more spotlight.
Oh yeah,
they just not like the joke or the butt of the joke or the one-off character. They actually have a place in the story, and now they even getting their own animes. That is one thing I love to see as a person that's not really into the world as much as you guys. So I do appreciate that part.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
Yeah,
a lot of good stuff.
we come a long way from the Mr. Popos and all that.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. The
Definitely.
problematicness of Mr. Popo.
Yeah. And the crazy part is,
Yeah.
Mr. Popo is that dude though.
He is
He
though.
whooped Goku ass
yeah.
when he was a little boy.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Mhm.
Yeah, they should have just figured out how to do a better character design. And it
Yeah.
would have been all right.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
design is
Yeah.
a tad problematic for sure.
If we're talking Pokemon, that the Jinx before they gave her the
Oh,
lighter skin
Yeah.
complexion.
oh, that was
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, that
Yeah,
was
that's
bad.
I
I
almost
was
forgot
like,
about that, Demetrius. And then you
yeah,
brought
You
it
know
up.
what's
I
funny?
almost forgot.
I knew a lady when we were kids. We knew a lady that used to come up to our school. I think she was like one of the parents or aunties or something. She looked just like Jinx. No
Marcus,
lie.
I knew you was about.
man,
I was about
No
to
lie.
say, bro, don't do that lady like that.
No lie, bro. I'm not making
oh
this,
crap,
bro.
man.
I'm telling
That's
you,
pretty
growing up
bad.
in the '90s, I swear we only saw this kind of stuff in that era. Cause
Well,
Man,
you
this
yeah,
man.
and you got to realize too, fashion was different back then. So we saw a
yeah,
lot of
Yeah,
we saw a lot of stuff back then that you don't see now, like that artichoke hair. Remember that? Everybody's mama had the artichoke hair
yes,
back in the early
bro.
'90s. Had
Yeah.
that stiff hairdo. Every woman had that
And
hairdo.
what was the one? What was the one where they put the little bun? They put the little thing back there to make the cone it was like a cone like hairdo. All the R&B singers had it.
It was like was it like a beehive?
Yeah, and then they did the little. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie though. I used to love that hairdo because I used to tell my mom. I was like, "Mom, I love a little ass boy too." I'm talking about, "Mom, I like that hairdo when you wear that hairdo." It was just so cool to me. I don't know why.
No, some of the '90s
yeah.
dudes be rocking. Some of the stuff's still around. Like you got some stuff coming back. Of course, the flat top that's never gonna go
Yeah,
anywhere.
that's never.
Yeah, that comes back.
Yeah.
That stays around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you had that for the longest, D.
I'm currently getting it. Currently have it,
And
but
I was like, you still,
I got it back.
I gotta get it. Look, I gotta get it faded out a little bit.
Yeah, I gotta get the size
line
cut a
out.
little. Yeah, I gotta get it. Let's say it's a little
Hey.
overgrown, but
hey, I get it, bro. You
Yeah.
don't have the look. I don't think any of us have the crisp line right now. So you good.
Yeah.
Nah,
You see this beard right now. This is all
Right.
rough.
Yeah. Nah, be
That's
like,
why we
nah,
all
be
got
like,
the hats on.
for real. Nah, I'll be like, yeah. I go to the barbershop and be like, yeah, bro, give me that Marge real quick. Give me that Marge cut real
the
quick.
bars, bro.
Right.
For the
Oh,
bars.
Give me that
Not
Marge
the
cut.
Mars.
Let me get that Marge from you, bro.
Get the,
Be like,
get
say less.
Get that Marge from the Simpsons cut
Say
real
less.
quick.
I got you. Hold on. I gotta look at the angles. Hold on. Step back.
Like, say less, homie. I got you. I got you. Oh my gosh.
But yeah,
Jeez.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, I know a lady.
Yeah,
We know a lady as kids that look like Jinx, y'all.
and then you
No.
said it again. Goodness gracious.
That
He
lady's
just
living
couldn't
her
let
life.
it go. He was
Lady's living her
going.
life.
Cause I had to look at a picture of Jinx again, and I had to remember how bad the original design was. That was so bad,
Nah.
bro. How they got away with that, I don't know.
What they said it was based after is they said it was based after some kind of spirit or something like that, and that's why they used a certain thing.
They are
There's
damn
a certain
Sure.
Japanese spirit or something like that looks similar.
So that's what Mr. Popo was based on too, huh? That ain't nothing but Mr. Popo with
Right,
a
that's
wig,
Pink
with a
lip,
blonde
big
wig
pink
and a
lip.
dress.
It's the spirit of racism. That's what that's based
Yeah.
off of.
it was like
The
I'm
Jim
gonna
Crow
be racist.
Yeah.
And made that, and then after that, he like made better characters. But he was like, you know what? Let me do this part right here still.
Let's still keep the big pink lip. It's like,
So
whoa.
make it
Yeah.
purple.
Right.
Nah, the
It's
whole
like, I
big
don't
pink,
understand.
the whole big pink lips thing in anime is
It's
this is
killing
not gonna
me.
look good. Like the
Whoa.
most recent thing with the big pink lips is that the sugar dude from My Hero
Yeah, I was about
Academia.
to say it. He's got big pink lips. Yeah. Yep.
What
Yeah.
is he? from My
Yeah,
Hero?
Marcus, like he's like a superhero from My Hero Academia, and he has like sugar powers, but he's this dude with like big pink lips.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like a traditional superhero. Like he's got the superhero garb on, and like Joshua said, his
I
power
think
is basically
his name
strength.
Sugar Rush. I think his name is
I
Sugar
think it's
Rush.
Sugar Rush.
Yeah, I think it's Sugar Rush. Like he basically, yeah, like the more sugar he eats, the more
more powerful he
stronger
gets.
he
Yeah.
is.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got them big old pink lips. It's bruh.
yeah, he's obviously supposed to be black because he has like brown skin too.
Yes, bro. What the hell?
It's just like,
These pictures
hey.
are
You know.
not him eating the sugar.
Yeah, the sugar gives him his powers, man.
Sugar Man. Wow.
Hey, man, it's almost candy, man.
Is it though, Demetrius?
It's not, but I'm trying to make it better, all right? Don't poke at it. Let it be. Let it be, all right?
You know what's crazy though? It's so funny how like we have to endure and take these hits with some of these characters, like characters that they do of us. But let us go and poke fun at any race in an all black show, and we like the most racist human beings in the world. Like, I don't get it, bro. It's so crazy.
I mean, that's just how it is, man. It really sucks. And once again, it's just like this thing that you just have to break because you got years and years of it. Like you still got things like cartoon characters that wear gloves or cartoon characters that it's just it's stuff like that that's just not. It's hard to break because it's okay. We say that Disney don't really do too much with their characters nowadays, but you got guys like Sonic is still a type of character like that. You know what I'm saying? Cupman is still a character that's reminiscent to the original type of design for these cartoon characters. So I don't know. I don't really know what the answer is for that. It's a tough one, bro. It's tough.
It's real tough. You gotta take it with a grain of salt,
Yeah, I most of the time when I see characters like that, this is how they use the character in the show is what
that's very
you know what I'm saying, their intention. If you make a character and you use that archetype or whatever like that, but they're like dope characters fleshed out and they actually carry some part of the story, they're actually relevant. I overlook it, but if they're like side characters, there's nothing to them, they're just background characters for a joke, then it's okay. I think of it differently. That's what I usually do because at the end of the day, like, and most times for the most part, it's when they do like minority characters, they're very respectful. I've seen a lot of them that they were good. Like, even in My Hero, there's a character that I think he's a Locke character, right? He's black, but I think so, but I don't think he has the features or whatever like that.
No, he doesn't.
So you get characters like Sugar Rush, or I think that's his name. And then you get characters like him, and they're in the same thing, but one is you're like, that's cool. The other one you're like, you're like this. For instance, One Piece, Usopp is like he's very on the cusp of it. And the crazy part about it is you think that's just what he does to those black characters, but you'll find that throughout One Piece he does it to everybody. Like every race has gotten the big lip.
Yeah, I seen that in One Piece.
Yeah, like he puts it on everybody, and it's not even like outrageously big. It's like a little bit bigger than the normal. It's a tiny bit. It's not even like Mr. Popo big. It's just
But that's the thing. All black people don't got big lips.
Exactly.
People like women joke with me and say I got white people lips. We don't all have big lips.
Exactly.
No, we just don't. But
you sometimes get that gradient. You get kind of levels in it. There's certain characters in One Piece that don't have the lips and they're black, and it's cool. There's certain characters that you're just, for instance, people claim that he is. The story's still out on it, but this character named King, and he's supposedly a black character.
He's black,
and he's got long white grayish hair, but he's supposed to be black, and he doesn't look he doesn't have any of the attributes that you would think about, and you're just like, so it can happen, and it does happen.
No,
it's just sometimes that old style kind of slips in there.
It does. It's all
about intention.
Yeah, like I said, it's definitely moved forward.
Yeah,
dramatically from where it was. So it's not like they're going backwards. Like it's moving forward as far as representation in anime.
Exactly. I agree. It's like I say, I always bring up Bleach. Bleach has all of that. It has characters. It has a character with the bigger lips, whatever like that. But he's not characters or wise. It's just the
Yeah.
character, the black character with big lips, and you have other black characters in there that don't have them.
Yep.
And their designs. Tosin he's got locks.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the newer season there's a Quincy that has locks, like legit locks.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
And he
about.
looks he's dripped, man. I was like, I was there like, okay, Bleach, you know what? You got it.
I love how they draw locks, and I love how they draw.
Like you get those you get some of those good characters and stuff like that. Obviously, you have characters because people even have a problem with Killer B to a certain degree, him being rapping and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
I don't have a problem with
and I don't have a problem with
I actually love it.
I thought that was
I watched,
cool.
when I watched the clip from him, I was like, I like this dude because he talking shit while he beat your ass. That's
Exactly.
the blackest thing I ever seen in an anime.
I'm with it. Exactly. I'm 100% with it.
I am too. Like it's all about intention and stuff like that, and it's all about how you do it. There's a way of knowing about a certain culture and respecting that, and I also having a character like Killer B, where he's not really being disrespectful. It's not like he's doing a lot of stereotypes, but he raps while he fights you. That's his thing. And then I think his older brother, he's a savage.
His
older brother is a straight savage.
The Raikage.
Yeah.
He
throw hands. I was like, all right. I was like, okay. I thought Sasuke came to the conference thinking he was gonna do something. I was like, nah, you ain't about to do nothing today.
Nah, that was hilarious. It's like basically Sasuke just gets. Basically, that's another fight you gotta look up, Marcus. Sasuke versus the Raikage. Sasuke just gets the hands. Like,
sometimes Sasuke done got kicked in his chest a couple times. Like, for sure.
To let him know he ain't the best in the universe. He gotta humble him a little bit because he be challenging people that he know he shouldn't be fighting.
Yep.
Like he challenged Itachi. You know you shouldn't be messing with your brother like that.
That was hilarious.
Y'all gotta send me that one.
Multiple times, got kicked in his chest multiple times. The only reason he got the W is because what's the name was dying. So he was like, "Here you go."
I'll let you have it. You got it. It is what it is. But my man was getting kicked in the chest for sure.
He was straight getting kicked in his chest, and then he had the audacity to think he could challenge anybody in the verse. He's like, I got you. I'm gonna help you. I'm like, win.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what W's did Sasuke get besides Itachi? Pretty much.
And Naruto, he got a couple on Naruto.
Did he ever fight Kimimaro?
Naruto in the Final Valley? Did he? Against Kimimaro? I don't think he got that. Fought Kimimaro.
I don't think he.
I know Sasuke beat Orochimaru. Sasuke beat Orochimaru.
Okay.
He didn't. I don't think he ever fought Kimimaro.
So we're giving him the squabbles he had with Naruto because apparently he walked away from those.
He beat the brakes out of them Sound Village niggas though. Like,
that was like a triple dub. That was a rapid dub. He beat them like crazy. He broke my boy's arms like in 4 places.
Like now whistle with that.
But
play that song.
I'll say it like this. Because I got to think about it. Wait, who did he really? Because he tag teamed Old Girl at the end. Madara, he tag teamed a little bit of that before Old Girl came up. I can't really give him Madara because Naruto handed a lot of that to him. How Naruto and Mike Guy handed him a lot of damage to Madara. So I can't even really put Sasuke in that fight too much.
I think the biggest dub Sasuke got in Shippuden was him versus Itachi, which wasn't really legitimate. And
didn't he fight? What's his name? A snake dude. Yeah, his prodigy. His freaking
Kabuto and Orochimaru. I think those are like the biggest 3. Because I don't think he beat any.
He fought Kabuto before. He fought Kabuto before his brother came back, and they fought him together.
No, he didn't fight him before that, did he? I thought Naruto messed him up.
So that technically wasn't even because Itachi helped him win that.
Yeah, Itachi
that
gave
was
him
like
that
a tag team thing.
Itachi gave him
that was because of Itachi, because Itachi had that man stuck. So it was
Itachi basically won that. Sasuke was just there.
I think Sasuke got more colder in the Boruto series. I think that's where he got in. He got in because he does. Like I said, I'm not saying he doesn't have potential to be they just didn't give him good fights.
No,
Yeah.
they really
Like I
did.
think he has potential to be a great, strong character. It's just like Sakura, left on the side until the end, and then
I loved her Sasori fight though.
That was her
Yeah.
only dub. I think that was her only dub.
that was though.
I think that was her only dub in
Well,
Shippuden.
I do want. I'm gonna give it to her. I'm gonna give it to her because I was gonna
Yeah,
argue.
we're
I
just
was,
gonna give her that one. I
I
was
was
gonna
gonna
argue that
argue.
too, but I'm gonna give it to her.
Yeah, I was gonna argue the
Yeah.
point, but I'll
Yeah.
give it to her. Yeah, I was gonna argue
Yeah.
the. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
give
I
it to
get that
her
one too.
because without that, she doesn't really have a dub until like Boruto, where she like
No.
smacked that old the kid. She like knocked him out or whatever like that with the heavy hit. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
So Boruto is Naruto's son.
Yeah.
yeah, but we
So
don't.
everybody got kids and stuff. So Rock
Yeah.
Lee's son is Metal Lee, which is crazy still to me to this day that he named
Yeah.
this kid Metal Lee.
Shoji got a kid.
Shikamaru
Shikamaru got a kid.
That looks
Sai got a
exactly
kid.
like him.
Almost everybody got a kid.
Everybody
Kiba
got
doesn't have a
children.
kid.
Yeah.
Kiba doesn't have a kid.
Why?
He doesn't have a kid.
Nah.
I don't think so.
Nah.
Let me ask y'all this: y'all been watching anime like longer than I have, like as far as like actual like anime. Why when they go to a newer version of the show, they change up the animation style? Like all of the animation styles look the same now. Like the Boruto almost looked like the new Dragon Ball Z animation almost. It must be cheap. I guess it's probably cheaper. To
It
do
is
that way.
because it's more because it's computer generated. I think before back when Naruto and One Piece and Dragon Ball Z were out, it was more hand drawn.
More hand drawn stuff. Yeah.
You
And
know,
it looked
the last.
great.
I want to say two of the last. I think two of the last series is. I think it was either between Yu Hakusho and Flame of Recca, which were made around the same time in basically the similar
Yu Yu
shows.
Hakusho, man.
That's still the GOAT, in my opinion. That's you can't touch
We used
that
to be
show.
out at recess playing Yu Yu Hakusho, man. Dude,
Man, that's
a
perfection.
classic, bro.
Like I say, best tournament arc, and I'll stand on it.
Yeah,
I'll stand on it
it's-
to this day.
I had to sneak and watch that too, cause you know they used to talk about like demon stuff and all that. So my Lord behold, let my grandma come in the room while watching it. She'll be like, "Cut it off." So I used to have to sneak and watch it on Adult Swim and stuff. So yeah,
Nah, it was legit.
Nah, for real. I used to read the manga for it back when me and Chad still got the Shonen Jump issues.
I remember those, man. Man, that's back. Ain't it crazy how when you go in grocery stores now and you don't see that anymore? You go in the grocery store and see the Shonen Jump. They still used to have comic books in there.
You had your Archie. You had your Archie.
The
Guaranteed
I had to have
Archie.
the Archie. Yep.
Had the puzzle books, the coloring books.
You don't even see that anymore.
Man, it's crazy, bro. I remember those because those used to be like that big.
No, they was thick. Yeah,
Used
me
to
and
be
Josh had a
thick.
subscription. We had a subscription to Shonen Jump, and this is gonna be an old one for y'all. Dragon Ball Z magazine.
Dude,
Yeah.
bro, I am so mad. When we was moving, I made a mistake and put them in the wrong box, and they got thrown away. But I had all of those old Dragon Ball Z.
Remember they had the foil holographic covers of the magazine.
Had the posters in.
Yes, bro.
I used to get, and it's crazy because they used to have them at Blockbuster. They used to have them at the Blockbuster that we used to go to over there on Wesley Chapel. They had them in there and in the Walmart. They used to be right there, which neither one is no longer there. That's crazy. That is so crazy to me, bro. Every time I go over there, I just be like, dang, this place looks totally different. Only thing that's still there is the Kroger. Because even remember the Chick-fil-A that was by that Kroger, bro? Gone.
Yep.
They've moved it across the street over there it's a Chipotle over there. So it's over there by a Chipotle now. It's like, it's the brand new looking Chick-fil-A now.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, that's how it is, though, man. It's just, I don't know, man. It's circling back to what we were saying about the video game stuff. It seems like niche stuff like that, kids just don't care about it anymore.
No, they
don't.
They don't.
They're a whole different generation.
Yeah. And this is not to sound like the old guys in the room. It's just
It's true. It's true though. Like that old era of signing away something and begging your parents to buy you a magazine subscription. Like, bruh, like that is so over with. That's not even
over with.
the thing.
Yeah.
Kids ain't even reading these days, bro. It's
The
like
Game Pro, man. I remember Game Pro, Game Informer. I used to get the Xbox magazine because I had got an Xbox, and then when you bought the 360, you could get a free subscription to Xbox magazine. It used to send you a demo disc with it, and you could play demos of games.
Oh my gosh, yes,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
Me and
so
Josh used to tear them up with Game Informer.
and they had to stop doing it because people was stealing the demo disc in the store out of the magazines. So they stopped putting them in there. Yeah,
bro, that was
like,
over the
it was
days,
a good
bro.
time. Y'all remember Wizard magazine?
Yeah, of course.
That's how I learned about comic books because of that magazine.
Yeah.
Wizard. That
Yeah,
kept me in
man.
the comic book loop.
They don't even have commercials for that kind of stuff. It just doesn't exist anymore. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's no market for it anymore.
It's just
Like
right.
you said,
It's
these
just not
kids
a.
don't care. They just type it in on Instagram.
But I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There's nothing like holding it in your hand, though.
Bruh, like I
Mhm.
found some of my old Wizard magazines and I was just flipping through them and I was like, dude, it's so informative. They really was breaking stuff down. They was talking about the hot TV shows at the time, the movies that like they would give you behind the scenes before Instagram. These studios would post it on Instagram. You got the behind the scenes in the magazine. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's nothing like physical copies of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously,
It's like Chad
yeah.
always says, it's nothing like having a vinyl in your hand. It's nothing like
It's nothing like it, bro.
it's nothing like I always say, it's nothing like writing on a piece of paper.
It's not like having
out
physical photos. Like I just found a photo album of myself when I was a kid, and I had never seen it before in my life, and it was like
it's
just,
dope.
Dope just holding it in my hand
dope.
and going
Like,
through it.
yeah, you can have like streaming and digital, but it's just something about like certain DVD covers, especially when they come out with I forget what they call them, the steel book covers.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're like that stuff is dope. Yeah, you can have digital, but what happens when all that just shut down one day?
I swear, I don't care what anybody says, and Joshua knows this is true too. Music made and printed on vinyl or recorded on tape, that is the closest you're going to get to studio quality, my friend. Like,
no doubt.
All that compressed audio when they put it out on these websites and stuff like that, bro, it's no competition, bro. Me and Josh will collect vinyl. Yeah, it's just no competition, man.
Yeah, it's definitely different. It's like a bit of a loss of the audio fidelity.
Yes, bro.
Because it's the raw, it's the raw recordings of it. Like you getting
like authentic.
It's like with a lot of these singers now. Not to take away from anybody, but a lot of them now they have great engineers that know how to pitch their voice to a certain control the pitch to the voice to make it sound like this, or bring it down, or add an ad lib in there, or put some auto tune. So that's why a lot of time when you hear these live performances, it's very few people that can sound like they do on their song. When back in the vinyl days, you can listen to a live performance of anybody from like the 60s and 70s, and they sound exactly like they do on vinyl. Like my man Bill Withers, his live performance on vinyl compared, and then like his other records, dude, it's like it sounds the exact same.
It sounds the same. Nowadays, you listen to something like me and Joshua love this band. You already know who I'm about to say, American Football. Like, boy.
What?
For all of our American football fans out there on the Square Roundtable, guys, you guys already know. American Football is a fantastic band.
Oh yeah.
But goodness gracious, them boys cannot sing.
Like
the live versions of them songs. I mean, I love their last album. It was beautifully made. Great musicians. Like y'all can play them instruments, but man, that singing though,
that singing's a little.
That singing's rough, man.
I'm telling you, bro. That be facts, bro. I love a lot of these new R&B like female artists, but a lot of them not good live performers, bro. A lot of them not. The only ones that I love are my girl Jasmine Sullivan.
I say Jasmine Sullivan.
Oh my God, Jasmine Sullivan. Ari, she sounds like what she does on her records.
Yeah. Great.
Her is good.
Mm-hmm.
She's good live. Ella May is good live. Who else? It's other people, but I can't think of names right now. But
And I be wanting to give my girl Chloe props because she can sing.
yeah, she can.
But she sings the wrong genre of music.
Yeah, she
Her
does.
voice.
She does.
Like, I really wish she would get back to singing the stuff that her and her sister were doing. Because I mean, that's where her lane.
But
is
you
at.
know
Like,
what they're trying to make her. They're trying to make her the next Beyonce, bro. You know that.
It's not gonna work.
That's the way it's going.
You know
dude.
that's what they're trying to.
That's what's happening.
Yeah, they're trying to set her up.
Might as well accept it, man.
I don't.
And it's hurting her more than it's helping her.
I was about to say it's hurting her, bro, because she can, I'm not saying because it's a difference. I'm not saying make Adele type music or whatever. I'm not saying that at all. You could still make great R&B music. Look at somebody like India Ari, that kind of music.
Oh, I love it.
That kind of, that's what she should be singing, like that kind, not Sierra type. See, that type of music is for somebody that can't sing. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got a great voice, but it's like you sing these songs that are like chants and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a real song.
Yeah,
it's just like I don't know. Like
that's why I tell people, bro. Don't get me wrong. Rihanna got hits for days. But when they when they turn on that microphone and it's on that stage, I'm sorry.
Look, this is all she got right here. Yeah.
She can do the hell out of that.
Oh yeah.
Oh my word!
Look, and she always do it when she can't hit a certain note. She'll say, "Come on, y'all, yeah,
come on."
I love you, Riri, but I will say this: she's gotten better over the years. She's gotten better because what she used to be. It was hard to watch.
A hot mess. One thing I do want to talk about though, since we brought Rihanna up, I'm really mad at how angry, or I guess I would say perturbed, everybody got at her Super Bowl performance. Let's be honest. Yes, she was barely moving because she was pregnant. When has Rihanna ever been a dancer?
I would say she's never
ever.
Yeah,
like a bit.
Man.
That's not her thing.
It's not her thing. This is not her thing. And this is in defense of Rihanna. She'll hit you with a nice little. Now she's not as bad as Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj cannot dance to save her life. She just cannot dance. All she could do is that fake body roll that she does. You all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You all know what I'm talking about.
And I know the barbs are probably gonna come after us, but that's just the truth.
Hey, it's cool. Like I said, and this is I love Nicki Minaj.
I love Nicki.
But she just all she got is that body roll, but Rihanna, she got swag to her. She could barely move, but when she does it, it's hey, she
give you a little. I catch the drift. I catch.
That's it. That's it.
But you gotta respect that because she know her lane.
Yeah.
She ain't out here trying to be Beyonce and have a big dance number and do some kind of craziness. She like, hey, I'm gonna keep it simple. And then, like you said, she got a whole human being inside of her.
And everybody's bro. I'm like, what did you expect her to do? Break dance? I'm like, what did you really think she was gonna get up there?
She was like hanging up like hundreds of feet in the air. I don't care if they tell me like I'm locked in and all that. I'm not finna be doing all that crazy.
Marcus, I would have fell off that stage so hard. I would have fell off that stage so hard.
I was scared watching it.
Me too. I had whole anxiety watching it.
I was like, please don't fall. Please don't fall. Please don't fall.
Man, I would have fell. Like,
Yeah.
They would have been like, this is Chad's comeback and last performance. It is.
Within a minute, his comeback and his last performance happened. Within that minute.
It's like, man. So the shortest comeback tour in the history of comeback tours.
The second the
Oh,
announcer got it out of his mouth, he'd have to retract it immediately. That's how quick it would
I'm
happen.
telling you, I'm telling you, because that's way too high for me, man. That's crazy.
Look, when they came and the producers came to me and been like, "So yeah, we're gonna have you up in the air," and I'm gonna say, "You said what? Up where? No,
Up who? Huh?
human beings
Me?
were made to stay on the ground, and that's what I'm gonna be."
All right. Do I look like an airplane, sir?
No,
Like, do I do I look like a eagle?
no,
No, sir.
not at all.
Mm-mm. Goodness.
Brother, like I can fly.
Exactly. It's nah, bro. I'm good on that. But yeah, man, y'all, like I'm so full, bro. Like I'm like I can literally, I think I'm literally about to fall out right now. Like
Yes,
legit.
bro.
It's
So
set in.
with that being said, we need to wrap this thing on up, bro.
All right, let's wrap it up. Let's do this
It's
thing.
that time, bro. It is that time with that sandwich. I just want to let all of our viewers and listeners know, man. That chicken, that double down sandwich is nothing to mess with, man. That thing is crazy.
No, it's not,
Like
man. Precaution.
like Dmitri said, like that. He said, "What, Josh?
Oh, I was just saying, it's just two big old pieces of chicken with some
Two
bacon
big
and
old
some
pieces."
cheese and some pickles, and on top
And
of
the
it,
pictures
a
don't
big
do it
old thing of
justice.
fries.
Yeah, and the pictures
Yeah,
don't do it. The pictures make it look. I think this is the first time, and I'll go on record saying this. I think this is the first time that the sandwich was actually bigger than the advertisement.
Yes.
I
Nah,
really
for
think.
real. On the advertisement,
Agreed.
I'm thinking the sandwich like this big,
Yeah, I thought
Like
it was like
that,
10,
you know,
like small.
like the little snackers they used to have. But
Mm-hmm.
that thing was
bro,
huge, man.
They
yeah,
was a
nah, they
whole
lied. That
monster.
sandwich was big, way
they
bigger
lied,
than they advertised.
bro. That sandwich was ridiculous. Like,
Hey, like I said, sandwiches 1, Square Round Table Podcast 0.
big,
Yeah, we gracefully took
big.
that L today. Like
Yeah,
Well, no,
we
we took a big L, but
Like, I'm
it,
gonna keep
yeah.
picking at Demetrius, y'all. Just look at Demetrius. He is literally the definition of the results from that sandwich.
nah,
Right.
Demetrius is jacked up, bro.
I'm
Like,
just
But I definitely say it's a 10 out of 10 because
no, it's a
it actually
great
looks
sandwich.
way better than the advertisement.
No, it does. It looks better. It looks better than the advertisement. It's bigger than the advertisement. And just being real, the flavors deliver, man. And I didn't even have the spicy
Hmm.
one. I had the regular one. Chicken was seasoned to perfection. Of course, we didn't. There wasn't a lot of bacon in the sandwich, but it doesn't need to be. You got two of these pieces of
Right.
meat.
right.
So the little, it's a bacon garnish, if you will. It's a garnish of bacon.
Yeah.
The bacon garnished betwixt the chicken breasts
With some garnish of cheese on there too. 'Cause
with the cheese. What kind of cheese was that? Was that like American cheese?
that
It
was
It had
might
a
have
little
been white
kick to it.
American.
American. It might have been
It
white
had a little kick
American.
to it though.
I don't know.
It might have been
It
white American. It wasn't Swiss.
it
I don't
wasn't
think it was
Swiss,
Swiss.
It
no.
wasn't provolone.
And the sauce was bussing. The sauce was straight.
Yeah.
Sauce was
But
bussing. So I give it. I'm like you. I give it a 10 out of 10.
yeah.
Yeah, I give it the same score, but I will say it's a one-time sandwich. You don't do this more
Yeah.
than like you get your one, then you say, "Okay, I'm good. I
And
checked it off."
Yeah. Take 2
and I
months
can
off.
honestly and I can honestly say, y'all, for real, like I'm because of what it is. It's a publicity stunt sandwich, guys. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
I
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because
tried
they
it
brought
once.
it back. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
I'm
novelty.
never. I'm honestly never going to eat this again. Just not.
I agree.
But
Like, yeah,
Probably
um,
not. It's a
no,
it's a novelty item for sure.
it's
yeah.
fantastic, but I'm never going to eat it again because
Yeah.
you just get. It's like the. I don't know if y'all remember on a regular show, the death sandwich, the sandwich of death. It's just
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Like that
Right.
mess.
Yeah.
That mess will
Exactly.
kill you, bro. So
Yeah.
you can't be
You
like.
can't be eating it every day.
Yeah,
And
man.
and that's the thing I can say about my sandwich. It is a sandwich like you can have casually because it's a basic.
Hmm.
hmm
There I go. If you got to pick something up quick, just go get you a
Yeah.
little fish sandwich. It'll fill you up because you saw how big it was. So
Nah,
yeah.
that thing was.
You definitely can. I wouldn't say eat it every day. Every now and then, when you don't have time, it's definitely a good thing to be a quick pickup because it's not a lot of places with good fish sandwiches as far as fast food. So
And
Yeah,
people be crapping on Captain D's. Captain D's is good,
Man,
man.
like we
it's
we
not too
Captain
good.
D's kids. Man, look,
Straight
put
up.
some respect on Captain D's. Captain D's
Put
fed
some
a lot
respect
of
on it.
kids after basketball games and stuff.
Nah,
I'm
everybody's
telling
a
you.
Long John Silver fan, man.
Man. Oh, I
Ugh.
remember those. I remember
Man.
Long
Yeah, where
John
you go
Silver.
in there and you get a bag of grease.
A bag
Boy.
of a bag of grease, straight up, bro.
Yeah.
Straight up. So what do you give it, Marcus? What's your
I think I
reading?
said 8.5 at first, but I give it a 9.
8.5.
I give it a 9.
Okay, that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
Because it's a
That's
classic fish sandwich. Not too much. They could have put some cheese on it. I think
Oh,
it's
you didn't
missing
get cheese on it?
Nah,
Oh,
I
dang.
didn't get cheese. I don't know if you gotta ask for
You
it.
gotta ask for the cheese.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, I didn't know that. So next time I ask for cheese. But no,
All right, cool.
the
cool.
tartar sauce was A1 though. That's
Oh, that
what
tartar sauce.
Always.
Is, tartar
yeah.
sauce is
So
amazing.
like I
Yeah.
said, I love Captain D's fish. So it was a very enjoyable fish sandwich. It didn't have all the particular ingredients like you guys sandwiches, and so it was just a basic fish sandwich, but it was good.
Okay, cool. Hey, man, so that's good. So we got a 10 out of 10 for the double down KFC sandwich and for the KFC chicken sandwich and for the fish sandwich. And that was the regular,
That
I
was the
guess,
classic big fish.
the classic.
Yeah.
Okay. And we got a 9 for the classic big fish. That's fair. So what did y'all think, man? It's the first square round table, first for a long time. Square round
Yeah.
table mukbang.
Man, it was
It was
interesting.
good. We did
Yeah,
the
no, it was
we
cool.
ate and we talked
talked-
about stuff.
yeah, we
There was a lot
talked
of
to you guys.
different topics that we were able to discuss and stuff like that. It was good. Yeah, once in a while is a great thing because I was like, "Hey, this can't be a normal square round table occurrence.
I was like, y'all don't be
way.
looking for us to do this every
Man.
time a new food item come out. We
Ain't
ain't
no
built like
Oh
that.
no, I'm not built like that. I can't do that.
I can't
I'm
make
a
it,
block
man.
this
I'm
we
really
too
old. No,
old.
I'll be like this.
Man, look,
Yeah,
I'm
we too
telling
old.
you.
I'm gonna just pass out. Y'all gonna have to wake me up during the podcast. Y'all gonna have to call an ambulance over here. I can't keep doing
Oh
that.
man.
I feel like our friend didn't get up, man. Go check in on him.
Go check it on. Oh my gosh. But yeah, y'all, for all of our viewers and listeners out there, once again, man, thank you all for joining us tonight. It's been a blast. Once again, having a nerd conversation with all of you beautiful people and eating some good food. So that has been the Square Roundtable Podcast Mukbang. And just like closing thoughts, man. Anything you guys want to get off your chest before we head up out of here?
I hope the Mandalorian gets better.
Yes.
Go check out Primal, even though I know I'm late for people who haven't seen it. And now that I've watched it, hey, Gendy,
Get that cage.
I need you to get with Marvel and see if they'll let you do this, cause he'll knock it out the park.
Oh, he will. Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
And my last messages are: if you having a problem with Mandalorian, go watch Bad Batch. You will have a greater time.
Okay.
Ditto.
How
Yeah,
about you, Josh? What you got for us, man?
And I wouldn't say not get it, but proceed with caution when you get those Burger King breakfast burritos. Because boy,
No, I
proceed
I
with
totally-
Need to cautiously get them. Oh my gosh.
I'm not saying
my
not
God.
get it,
Look,
but prepare yourself.
make sure you are near a bathroom at all times.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like, it's definitely good, but I wouldn't get it. I wouldn't get it like once a month.
Nah,
Nah,
that's
it's
a
a
every,
once a year thing.
that's a
man.
every now and that's a every now and again thing.
Yeah.
And I would say my closing thoughts before we go, guys. Actually, we got something that's been different since the last time that we put out a podcast. Definitely big news. The Square Roundtable Boys, we are now on TV, guys, through the amazing people at Always Press Record TV. So thank you guys out there for making us a part of your network. We greatly appreciate it, and we can't wait to bring all of this amazing nerd content to you guys. And I know y'all are welcoming us with open arms, and we feel the same way. So for all of our viewers and listeners, that is Always Press Record TV, and we are also streaming on Roku TV and Fire TV. So go ahead and download that, guys. If you want to go ahead and watch the Square Roundtable podcast. And were you going to say something, D?
Oh, you said Fire TV. I said Fire Stick. I thought it was Fire Stick, but
Yeah, Amazon Fire TV and Fire Stick. Basically, it's basically
okay.
the same thing.
All
Yeah.
right, cool. I just didn't know. Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, so it's basically the same thing. So yeah, if you have like a Fire Stick or Amazon Fire TV or Roku
Roku.
TV, we're streaming. Yeah, we're streaming on all of those things, guys, including all of our other streaming platforms too. We're still there. We're still on Rap Nerd. We're still on YouTube, guys, under the same
Yeah.
name, the Square Roundtable Podcast, and we're still on our streaming platforms with fandomlimb.com, so you can still go and watch all of our amazing content, including this episode tonight on Fandom Limb and all of that good stuff, guys. So, with that being said, we are all tired and full and ready to lay it down. So, as always, guys, this has been the Score Roundtable Podcast, and we are out.
All right.